Hello, and welcome to the 2000 subscriber special intro. Yeah, what the hell? That's what I'm saying. This is me responding to you going, wait, 2000? Yeah, dude, right? What? That's crazy. Unbelievable. Thanks for being here, guys. That's it. The intro, there's nothing wacky today. Nothing zany. Just a normal, and you're expecting like a heel turn here because I got you with the psych, we're doing a movie trailer, but nah, just like, thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. The content has been slowing down because of school stressing me out, but school is over for the next month, so I'm going to hopefully do something with that time and not just play WoW. I might just play WoW, but I'm gonna really try to not just play WoW. But that's beside the point. Thank you guys for 2,000 subs. That's crazy. I remember when I hit 100 subs and I went, damn, this is more than I could ever have even imagined. Like 100 subs. I expected that the YouTube was just gonna be like, yeah, we'll play a little Retropolis here and there. Maybe pick up something else when I see it and it's fun, right? Have a good time with it. Because throughout all the Retropolis, if you watch the old Retropolis episodes, everything that I talk about is like, yeah, these videos do fine, right? I'm having a good time with them. Stone Shard 2, having a good time. If I ever stop having fun with them, I'm just going to stop recording them, right? And they're going to stop getting uploaded. And that's it. It's just something to do for fun in my spare time. Branch out, make some new content for the people who follow the stream. And then, you know, it's 2,000 of you guys now. It's crazy. Thanks for watching. Anything else I want to say? I don't think so. Oh, no, there is something I want to say. I think I might have mentioned this in the last episode. My sound... No. This is a right now thing. I mentioned this at the start of my stream. My sound is different today. I turned my microphone down because I realized that it was way too loud. Like, it was way too sensitive. So I turned it down. And I think that the game is a little loud. I also I tested my old headset out, and it just ruined my sound. So I'm gonna turn the game down a bit. I remember talking about that yesterday, the game sound getting messed up. The request today, by the way, was Melting and then either Awoken. And I'm down to go with Exile Awoken. I like Exile Awoken a little more with Fade. But yeah. Sound is a nightmare. But that's okay. Otherwise, let me think. I think that's everything. I got some Slay the Spire stuff that I want to bring over. I'm gonna start up the Slay the Spire series again. I want to do a first impression series, and then Cranberry and I are doing Final Fantasy 13-2 still as well. If you're looking forward to Final Fantasy 13-2, that's probably coming sometime next month. Probably mid-January at the latest. And yeah. That's it. Let's begin, shall we? Thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and without any further ado, we have Sap Talos, Shadow Arcus, Sap Seraph, Dripfall, Restoration Detonation, Resin Removal. We got Exile Melting, Exile Awoken. Turn my monitor? I think my monitor got turned somewhere along the line. I like Winged Indulgence. I don't like Confused Mallet a whole lot, especially if we end up with Spike's Fade. I should actually click the Fade first. Someone did request that I play Eternal Flame as well, and yeah, I will, because I play so much Spike's Fade, and I don't really want to play Spike's Fade, so I'm down to play Eternal Flame. The question was just, is it ever worth it to play Eternal Flame? Like, why would you? And the answer is, they're all fine. I think that each of them is fine. I think Eternal Flame has less variance in the early game, though. Like, this combat with this trial with Spike's Fade would feel awful. It would feel really bad. But Eternal Flame is going to do pretty well. Tell you a little bit about the pros and cons of Eternal Flame. You're going to see the biggest pro is that she gets really strong really fast. There's two main cons that I think come with Eternal Flame. The first one is that Primitive Mold is a dead card now. And the second one is that she can't follow the first wave. She's not very good for the first wave, because like if I move her up if I play her down here, she's just gonna hit them, right? But if I have her die, like if this is a wave that doesn't do 1 damage and she just dies, when I replay her up here, she'll be dazed. Becomes a bit of a challenge to overcome, but I think we can do it. I'm gonna struggle with this foot soldier. I'm hopefully gonna drop him. Could also bank on drawing resin removal, but I don't know about that one. Wherever I put her, she isn't dying. And I'm kind of taking it from this Forged Disciple. It's a bit of a tough one. I'm just gonna take the damage, because it's only 3. I'm gonna take the damage. I'm gonna play Fade here. And I'm gonna Drip Fall that. Now, I have no way to kill Fade, which is a problem. The damage reduction has become an issue, if you can believe it. Another Train Star. Should have put that one in front. Oh well. Happens. It is well Restoration Detonation over here. Does it matter? Yeah, she gets a free hit. Does 32 damage to the boss. Fine. She's not gonna be here, so I'm just gonna take the full, like, damage, and it's not gonna be that bad. Oh, hey, we got Drip Fall. That helps. I wonder if you give damage to the... Like, if I buff this guy, does he hit me? I don't think he does. I'm not going to find out. So we're gonna take 4 damage for the trial, it looks like. Should be fine. Widow Fade is the version of Fade that requires the most thinking and planning, though, as well. Because that energy cost increase can catch up to you real quick. It can catch up to you very quickly. And that becomes an issue a lot of the time. Explosive is fine, right? This helps smooth over the big problem of the first heavy can just walk up. We draw him early enough. And he also gives us something to reform on Primitive Mold. Having Entombed Explosive in the Death Pool adds something for Primitive Mold, so I think it's fine. I like Wildwood Sap. I don't know if it's great here. It was a little Fade with Endless plus Cultivating unit could be interesting. The problem, so the big thing that we're gonna face here is the second heavy, right? Backline we can answer with whatever Awoken unit / card they show us. Boss will die to Fade plus whatever frontliner we give her. It's just that second heavy. So what are we gonna do for that? Ideally we Crushing Demise. I'll take Wildwood Sap. Okay. Husk Hermit's fine. These 2 units just aren't great here. It's the weird thing about taking this Fade, and I think the way that the question was posed is I don't see why you would ever take this one, and it's not a wrong thing to say, because she doesn't synergize with the clan at all. She has nothing to do with Reform, and she has nothing to do with Burnout. So, like, these units are worthless. Whereas the other 2 can be reformed, and they're designed around being reformed. I don't know. I think that she's fine, but I feel like the other options just synergize better with Melting. Endless plus 25 and plus 10. Right, so let's talk about these 2 goons. I've spent a lot of time taking Thorned Hollow in the early days. I have not taken Thorned Hollow much lately. So the plus side is that I have to take one of these. They're beefy tanks for Fade, but I have very little healing. Thankfully I have Restoration Detonations, but it's rough. Rejuve Gain Spikes 2 guy is slower to scale than Awoken Hollow, but Awoken Hollow isn't going to be getting +2/+2 anymore, because he's going to be giving it to Fade. So he's going to be splitting his buffing, which I think is worse here. So I'm going to take Thorned Hollow, and he's going to be my Seraph killer. Throw him a +25, throw Husk Hermit a +10. We're chilling. And you'll get a feel for how this is going to pan out pretty quickly here. Spikes 3 is fine. There's 1, 2, 3. So there's 1, 2, and then there's 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1, 2, 3. So it's, you can just figure it out. Let me walk through the entirety of it here, right? He takes 6, then he takes 9, then he takes 9. That's 18. 24. But the last 6 goes when he hits. If he hits on the... Basically, if Husk Hermit attacks once on the last wave, then it's fine to take spikes here. So, he takes 9 damage on the first wave, 3 from the hits, and then 3 from the actual damage. He takes 12 damage, he takes 21 damage. So he'll be at 21 at the second wave. He'll then take 6, 7, 8. He'll be at 29 total damage taken, if I'm doing my math correctly. Then he swings, kills the backline, and dies. I believe that he will be fine. We will see. Oh, it's actually wrong because of Winged Indulgence. He takes less. He takes 5 less than that. I guess actually 8 less than that. So yeah, absolutely fine. Cool. Also, I'm gonna have Little Fade chump block a hit for him too, so it's a lot different than I mathed out there. But, you know, happens. Spikes don't scare me much. 1, 2, I can't really have Fade die. I'll play her down here just to chill, and she'll die when High Priest shows up. She'll follow High Priest up. I can also resin removal the spikes away. Oh, I should have played Fade on the mid 4 to grab the Collector, though. Yeah, that was a mistake. Should have grabbed that Collector for sure. Maybe it's right to have Fade down there. I'm not 100% certain. I mean, this guy should kill the... High Priest is bad to anything with a lot of health. He's really bad in the high health enemies. So, not super worried. Could have drip faulted this and taken less damage too. Yeah. Or I could have reformed. Man, 2 ways to not take this 1 damage. But I took it. Had 2 different options there. And I just sent it. So the spikes number that our Hollow is going to have is going to be rough. My combat was really sloppy, but that's okay. I'm not going to take another explosive. Unleash the Wildwood, what the fuck? It full heals the boy, but it's okay. I mean, these cards are just better, right? Although Razor Sharp isn't that good, right? I'm not going to Razor Sharp him enough to kill a heavy, so does it really matter? The damage is kind of wasted, so it's Steel Enhancer. I guess I'm going to take Unleash. Sure. Fine. Because Razor Sharp doesn't add a whole lot here. Putting Razor Sharp on Husk Hermit or so putting it on Hollow is just worthless, assuming Fade's behind him, because Fade's just going to kill the heavy anyway. Really sucks that our Magic Shop and Duplication are split here. And our next Duplication is down here. Will I get through 4, 5 like this? Oh, I need another Wildwood Sap. I think we'll be fine to take left path here. Double stack is what I'm looking for. Very good. We have an okay plan. This is similar to, I spent my money, but it's similar to if we doubled, and now if we duplicate this twice, we essentially have 6 of the Wildwood Saps that I would have had if I didn't do this. So I think it's pretty good. Can't put +10 on much. I guess it's fine here. Go see the event. Show me a ×5. Ooh, this is really good. This is really good. So there's two ways to go about this here. Making Thorned Hollow or making Thorned Hollow 1 space means that I can play Thorned Hollow Husk Hermit on the same floor and then still have Fade there on any floor, no matter the size den. The downside is that he doesn't get to use his other slot. The alternative choice here is to make Husk Hermit big. This makes everything up to floor 7, or probably up to floor 6. It makes just a significant amount easier with him doing 45s. Becomes, like, significantly easier because for the next combat, he just kills everything until the boss spawns, right? Like, he crushes it. The downside, again, he doesn't get his other upgrade, and he really wants haste. Sorry, quick. So what are we gonna do? Great question. I'm gonna put the small onto Thorn Hollow, because the small onto Thorn Hollow is better. The other slot that he's gonna have here is just gonna be another plus 25, so it's not that big of a deal for him to lose that. Maybe it'd be plus 10 in spikes, who knows? But it doesn't matter. It's just health, and I don't care a ton about that. Being able to have potentially a quick Husk Hermit behind him, just auto-killing safely all of the backline for the rest of the run, is good. The downside is that Sap Seraph is going to prove to be an issue, but we have the Root Seeds to fight that. It's an interesting one. I bet we should be in a good spot here. But Sap Seraph can definitely put a damper on things. I wouldn't be surprised to get to Sap Seraph and then have it all fall apart anyway. It's the haste combat. I'll just do this. This is fine. The Husk Hermit doesn't do a ton right now. Until he gets quick, he doesn't do a whole lot for us. But Clergymen don't actually do anything. They just die. Start buffing Fade. I'm gonna play Fade top 4 once she's died twice, I think. Like, now is the optimal time to play Fade because now she'll kill the first heavy, and then hopefully the second heavy gets cleaned up. Or we split it, one of the two. Let's put this here. I really need to... Oh, I mean, hopefully the second heavy dies to Restoration Detonation here. Right? There's one of them. He saves 1 HP. That's silly. I mean, there's no doubt that we're gonna kill Talos here. It's just a question of if we take, like, yeah, 3 damage, 2 damage. The answer is no. Taking nothing. Well, I have to hit my sap, actually. Ah, no, that's like a 49 health boon. And we hit it anyway. 80 health, 57 damage. Yeah, super, super good. So we get quick for the Husk Hermit. I wouldn't mind something to make it so that Sap Seraph... I have resin removal for Sap Seraph? Oh my god, I'm gonna hold over resin removal for Sap Seraph? It's fucked. Oh dear. It is something else. Yeah, there's the quick. If I take the quick tome, I think I can take the quick tome because this deck will be pretty swift to cycle through. Formless Child is a no-go here, and Sacrificial Resurrection, maybe. We could spam Reform drafts, but it's not super good. I'll just take the tome. Worst case, I put it on Fade. But it opens us up to give Husk Hermit a different upgrade too, which is good. Can I fit Wickless Baron in this? I can if I take space. I don't think that that's good. Pretty sure I just take draw. I don't like Wickless Baron that much. I don't like him enough to take space, I should say. I don't have to look for quick. I can just take removals. Whoa, way too hard on the scroll. I'll go left, right here. There's only one upgrade I'm looking for, so looking for upgrades isn't something that's super important here. And it's just quick, which we already have, kinda. Lightstone casing. Whoa, buddy. All the way on Eternal Flame. She needs to die twice and then she kills the heavy at the tier. Wow, the magic shops have been rough lately. Like, no magic shop between me and Arcus again is just tough. Do not like to see it. It won't be the end of the world here, because we went to that magic shop earlier, thankfully. Very, very grateful that I went to that magic shop, but it is rough. Multi-strike on this fight should be fine, as long as the Husk Hermit has quick. And he will have quick. I mean, we have 3 turns to draw. We've it has to be in the bottom 7 cards, which ideally it isn't, basically. In the optimal world, it's not in the bottom cards. We're gonna play Root Seeds to cycle even more so that we should hit the quick almost always. Yeah, there it is. Quick goes here, Fade dies here. I'm gonna take a bit of damage if I don't deal with this Cliff Reflector. I think I'm just gonna take a bit of damage here. Because I can't play Fade. This is gonna be our big stopping point, right? Oh, I have resin removal. Dude, it's actually so clutch on this run. What? It's so good. Just saved us a ton of damage. Resin removal is fucking nuts. Wait, it's so good. Wow. Unironically, resin removal is popping off. I should have let him take damage so that I have restoration detonation for this wave. Yeah, I'm gonna take a bit here for that. That wasn't great. Ah, Dripfall's great though. Dude, this is a run where my starting deck gave me a bunch of answers that I might have otherwise skipped, right? Like, Dripfall is an answer that I might not have here because I would just go, Dripfall doesn't seem that good here and pass it. Dripfall is doing really well. You don't need me to tell you that, though. And same for resin removal, dude. It's actually popping off in this deck. It's so good. I can't believe it. Doesn't matter at all. Have the quick tome. We have the regen. We're gonna be on like we're gonna be on a shaky plan, but we're gonna be able to pop like 30 regen out on Seraph. So we just have to play it smart. Split Anvil's fine. You could pivot to stealth. Huh. Stealth does everything. I mean, it's kind of griefing to take stealth with Thorned Hollow. That seems really bad, but I don't know, he's just kind of there. I don't think I want to pivot into stealth here. If anything, I take Mortal Entrapment because we just picked up... Dude, I could hold over stealth though. I could just hold this over and then my whole hand is free forever. But I want to hold over resin removal and I'm not kidding. I'm gonna do Mortal Entrapment. Invigorating Solution is good. Engraft is also pretty good here though. It's fine. It procs the Rejuvenate, right? Do I care about that though? I'm not sure if I care about that. Do I care about Rejuvenating here? Does it suck? It might suck. It's 2 spikes. I'm passing on Invigorating Solution, which adds a little bit more consistency to hitting that Quick Tome. And in exchange, I'm getting Engraft? That doesn't seem that good. Maybe I take Awake here for regen, though. I'm gonna go for a regen plan. I probably can't afford to skip Awake, right? We have 30 regen, basically. And that's it. It's just 30 regen for Seraph. Now, Seraph doesn't do 30. Seraph does 27, but... maybe it is okay at 30 regen. Because Fade's going to be doing, like... Whoa. Excuse me. Fade is going to be doing, like, 30 damage. Sorry, not 30 damage, like 210 damage. I'm gonna take Awake, but I think that you can make a case for each of those cards, and they're all pretty good there. So it's tough. Go right here. Multi-strike. I mean, I could throw him a multi-strike. He's not taking... like, we have the Quick Tome. Putting Quick on Fade is fine, but I can just give him multi-strike and it's fine too, right? Doesn't this seem good? Because I just throw him to Root Seeds and he's going to be doing... He goes from doing 15 or so to doing... Because I'll focus Root Seeds on him now, and he'll be doing like 50-ish? Not bad. Is it worth 110 of my gold though? Probably not. I'll just reroll. Yeah, I could large stone him, but I don't know. I don't think it's super worth. I'm just gonna send another train steward away. If I don't see the quick on this run, we're absolutely fine about it, right? I should have just taken the multi-strike and called it, because I'm not actually going to another magic shop, I don't think. But, oh well. It's fine. You did make sure I put at least one root seed onto the boy. The Husk Hermit. And I think I want to wait on Wildwood Sap. The only scary wave is the next wave. This wave is the only scary wave, in my opinion. But we have Dripfall, so it's not that scary, is where I was going with that. We just send them and we're fine. No Quick Tome, so my boy takes 27, but that's fine as well. It's not the end of the world, right? He's meant to take damage. He's a frontliner. Bottom card. Tough. We have Awake though. Oh yeah, we also have that card. That card? That Split Anvil. I don't need to play these though. I should have played Mortal Entrapment, although on what? Great question. Nothing. There's Quick Tone. Fine. We're chilling. This is the sweet boy, so it is more on Thorned Hollow to carry than anyone else. I'm gonna start playing Rixies on Thorned Hollow actually, because this is Lifesteal Sweet. Gonna need to scale up our Thorned Hollow a bit here. I have the regen and the spikes, so hopefully it's enough. Can purge his lifesteal. You can get 50 off of the Entombed Explosive. Probably not super worth it though. I'll just purge his lifesteal. Probably matters a lot. We good? Yeah, we're good. Not great, mind you. Definitely not great. But good enough. Regen plus spike seems like a good boss killing plan here. He also just has a ton of health. The guy has to hit like 10 attacks on him to kill him without the regen. Crushing Demise is good. This is the second heavy plan. Great card to see here. Edge Prior doesn't seem very good, Ensnare doesn't seem very good, and Pyre Shards does not seem very good. Okay. You can make a case for Ensnare. It's technically a free card, but I'm good. You don't have to make that case to me. Gnarled Root's actually gonna maybe clutch here. I'm a little worried about Arcus. I've had a lot of runs that I think are really strong just fall flat on their face at Arcus, so... Like, it turns out the 5 more damage that he does, coupled with the fact that it isn't multi-strike damage, can just kind of run you over. He just slaps. Like, he just fucking beats you. I am not going to be taking these curses. It is a bad idea to take these curses. So let's put us in a position where crushing Demise is kind of awkward, but oh well. Is all I can say to that one. And I'm gonna keep putting Fade in front. She needs to die, but since there's no days, I can have her die all 3 times instead of only twice. If she dies again though, which she won't die again, but were she to die again, it would be okay. No, it would be bad. She would not be playable. Yeah, that would be bad. It would not be okay. Don't say it would be okay, that's a lie. Okay. Super low output fight from them. Of course. I'm gonna have to do something about this, because Fade, the downside here, right? Fade played down here. She's not, she didn't die. It's a problem. He fought in Armageddon, by the way. I'm gonna start playing the regen now. There's no reason to hold out. May as well bring Arcus down when they offer it. Resident Evil 2, why not? I'm not super worried about these guys. They're only gonna do 30 damage. We're in a position to take 30 in our worst of times. And maybe we hit. I'm not gonna have her die again here, by the way. As I'm sure you can see. I need to hit one of the heavy killers. I already hit the crushing demise, it's fine. I need to just need to not hit what's it called? Or I couldn't hit mortal entrapment. Sorry. That's what I'm trying to say there. Doesn't make a huge difference what we crushing demise. Should probably be putting it on Thorn. No, Thorn Hollow isn't going to be he's not gonna be the last one standing, so we just put the damage on to Fade. And I need my last regen card, please. Okay. It's 20 regen against Arcus. Fade needs to do more damage. I should have played Awake. I should have played Awake. If I lose because of that, I'll replay the combat for you. It's entirely possible that I lose because of that. Arcus is ruthless. Ah, we're fine. But close. Very close. Oh, it's 24, by the way. It took 30, and I think I could have taken a little less. Maybe. Maybe I could have taken a little less, but this was fine. Spreading Spores is good. It's a regen plan. Do I need it, though? But what else am I going to be doing? I need to play spells to kill the heavies, right? Spreading Spores doesn't kill heavies. I'm not going to take Spreading Spores here. I think that we're fine on the regen front. I don't think I need energy. I guess energy lets me play Fade one more time, but is that worth it? It probably is. I think it's fine. Ah, you know, I should have taken Remnant Pack there. I forgot all about the secret strat, which is to endless elevator up someone with Fade. So we play mid floor and Fade's on 3, and then we play her like once if the floor gets wiped by Seraph, we have endless onto our not Huskar, but the other one, Thorned Hollow, and then he and Fade go up if the floor loses. That was also a good choice there. But alas. I can take one of these to 0. It's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna bring Awake down to 2 cost. I'm gonna bring Mortal Entrapment down to 2 cost. Bring this up to 75 damage as well. Permafrost seems good. I kind of like Permafrost holdover resin removal, but basically, I like permafrosting it. We have a lot of money. I like permafrosting resin removal, and then I like holding it over more, but if I don't see holdover, we can just hold permafrost and it's fine. That's what I'm gonna do. See, we don't see holdover here, so we just go, okay, permafrost is fine. Take Awake back to 3 with a double stack on it. Sure. That's fine. Our removal front is looking a little light, but Firebox is fine. Sure. Not gonna do a ton for us. In fact, it's probably gonna do effectively nothing for us, but I took the damage, so I have to say it's fine. If this isn't Purifiers, we're in a great spot. Yeah, we're in a great spot here. I risk damage if I take this. How much damage is it? I mean, it's a lot. If I'm wrong. But I should be fine. Because this only has one scary wave. It's the first and second waves, really. Because Fade won't be in play. I have to hit the resin removal, basically. Or I have to win on this crushing demise. That works too. Alright. There's nothing to be afraid of. Because now we just play Fade. It's stable. We're fine. As long as I don't miss like both of my drip falls as well. I should say, could also miss my drip falls. No Awake here, which is a shame. And if I'm not playing Awake, I'm not going to play Wildwood Sap because I don't want to waste the regen. There is no reason to. A Quick Tome here would be very nice. Thank you. Very cool. Need to drip fall you. Quick Tome here to save the 56. Now, am I gonna play Fade at 2? I think that I can play her at 3. It's really greedy, though. There's no reason to. We have a perfectly fine plan where if we tank for a unit that does 285 damage, we'll win. And it would have been fine. I could have had her take another round, but if I'm wrong and I miss resin removal, we just take like 45 damage for nothing. And that doesn't seem very worth it to me. Dude, Entombed Explosive has been really bad on this run. Looking at this, right? It's like I don't play any of these. I guess I can play Explosive, it saves 5 damage on the Thorn Hollow, but like nothing to do here. I just end my turn. Weird. Fine, I guess. I'll play the sap now. Because now you're getting into the territory of like, I might not see it again if I don't play it soon. Probably correct now to play these. Driftfall. Dude, Driftfall has been so good here. I am, without a doubt, 100%, I am underestimating Driftfall. Like, damn, that card has done, that's saved us a lot of damage. Now, I think that this is not the average run, to be fair. I think that we've had a lot of good cases for Driftfall here. But still, like a lot of these fights have been fights where the only, I mean 5 and 7, right? 5 and 7 are the big ones where it was, oh, I'm gonna take damage, oh wait, I have Driftfall and the enemy that's stopping me is a armor unit. Also on 4, right? Maybe that happens more than I think. Maybe there's more armor enemies in the game than I think there are. Huh. Interesting. Alright. So Seraph is gonna be interesting. Pile fine. Memories doesn't do anything. Wicked Blaze, I mean Memories does something if I permafrost it. Can make me play a 4 cost Fade. That seems bad. I had this choice already. You already showed me this clan pack. You can't switch and graft and Awaken and say, hey, look at this new choice. And then to take Invigorating Solution, I already have Awake. I could cost down one of the Awakes and then I could play them both, but I think it's fine to just chill. I'm gonna dupe. I need to duplicate. As much as I would like this, I think it's really important to double Wildwood Sap here. Archstone, multi-strike. Alright. Like deal more damage per stack is pretty good. Take those. Extinguish abilities trigger an additional time is weird. It makes it so that Fade only has to die 1 time, but if she dies twice, I'm just dead. But if I take this, then I only need her to die once, and then she gets played on the top floor. And she gets played at 3, which is pretty nice. Oh no, she gets played at 2, right? Oh, she can die twice and be played at 4, because it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I can just play her at 4. I'm interested. Skipping the multi-strike for the Husk Hermit I don't think matters a whole lot. We just have to time our resin removal properly and we're fine. 30 card deck. A bigger one than I like to play usually, but you know. What else is there to say? You know. It's fine. Cards are all worthless. Take 14 because Seraph just put an enemy on the top floor and there's nothing I can do about it. You don't like to see it. Play Thorn Hollow. Fade is at 2. I can't play her up here and then undaze her. Even if I draw the resin removal, right? Worth noting as well, there's 3 more sap coming up here. You're gonna be at 3. So if I play Fade on a different floor, it's okay. I think it is actually important. Although we have so much regen, I probably don't have to. I want to see Fade do like so much damage, but I don't need to, right? This is the important thing to note here. I don't think it matters if I do this. We're fine if I don't. We have 30 regen. It's not like her doing 400 something damage kills the second heavy. There's no reason to. I want to, don't get me wrong, but there's no reason to. It's a bad idea to skip my next turn for fun in this run. Especially if I draw something like Quick Tome there. Oh yeah, if I drew Quick Tome there, I would just be like fucking losing. And it would be awful. Okay, once we play the first regen card, I just play all of them. Because now regen ticks down, and every turn that I don't play a regen card, it's ticking down and it's bad. So there's no reason to skip regen cards right now. This deck is super light on removals. I should have, like, not that I could have, but it would have been nice to remove more cards here. But I did not really have the choice. I can play Root Seeds here. It's fine to keep our head above water. Look at this, it doesn't matter. Play the sap just because it goes away. Here's our Man of the Hour resin removal to finally fix what has been wrought. We just play it once and we're chilling, right? Yeah, we're chilling. If I could ping one of you, that would be good for Mortal Entrapment. They're not taking any damage. I'm gonna split them like this, because ultimately, one of these units is gonna go up anyway. Like, one of these Gilded Wings goes up anyway, so if I split him, sometimes I can catch him on Crushing Demise, is my thinking. Not like I'm doing anything else. It doesn't add a whole lot of danger. I'm not taking like a ton of damage if this doesn't work out, or anything like that. What's gonna happen to me in Slay the Spire too, where my game just kind of freezes for a second? I wonder what that is. Am I capping out my RAM or my CPU? Nah, it's fine. I didn't end up catching him with the Crushing Demise. It doesn't matter. We have the Pyre health for these guys to go by, right? It's a maximum of 90 damage because of the -1, and it's going to be less than that. It's going to be 72, which obviously not great, but you know, not dying here. 72? Yeah, it is. Cool. And Crushing Demise killed the other one. Drip Falling the Steel Wings is kinda awkward. I have to do it. It's awkward, but I have to do it. An interesting option B here. A bad one, it's a bad one. But I could Drip Fall Fade so she dies, is what I was thinking. It's bad. Oh wait, I can just play Primitive Mold. There is a reason to play Primitive Mold. There's a Entombed Explosive in there. What am I doing? I forgot all about him. What the heck, dude? You're trolling me. Me? And Seraph is hurt, so I can just stack Dazed on him if I want to. It doesn't matter, right? As long as I don't die here or here, my Thorned Hollow wins. He kills Seraph. He has 37 regen, Seraph does 27. 10 free rounds. Before this man even takes damage, Fade will have done 30 or like 3,000 damage. She'll do 2,800 before this guy actually takes any damage. So I don't really have to play super smart here. It's just worth noting that we could die if I don't respect, right? Worth making sure it's very clear that if I don't watch it, I could be killed here. But we are fine. I've been in this position a lot. I think this right here, this wave, is probably my most common Endless Little Fade run ender. This wave is usually the one, not this one specifically, but the final wave. Seraph's right here. Fade does so much damage, she'll just crush him, and then these guys just walk by and kill me. Majority of my losses here. I want to say as well, big shout out to Crushing Demise for not missing a single time on this run. That's crazy. It hit heavies. Like, it hit the unit that I would want it to hit every single time. That is unbelievable. And yeah. There you have it. In short, with Endless Little Fade, you put her behind a tank and she kills bosses. And she kills one heavy. So she didn't solve the boss, but she could have solved the boss if I needed her to. Mostly she just killed one heavy. You play something that kills backline, and then you play a spell or a unit that kills the second heavy. And then you just go into Seraph with very strong, and then when the actual double heavies show up, you take 86, but it's fine. Run was really, really carried by Dripfall. Card definitely saved us from losing there. I would have had a lot less Pyre health, but Dripfall showed up and saved us from all the armor enemies. Maybe there's more armor enemies than I think there are in this game. It's possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, do not forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.